Well, hey, this is Adam. Welcome to my Rare Classic Car channel. It's a beautiful winter day here, about 50 degrees. So we're gonna get the Monte Carlo out, work on it a little bit. Everything's running well now. I'll do another video on how I got this car and what work I had to do once I acquired it. It only has 1,800 miles on it. That's right, that's not a misprint. The odometer has not rolled over. All original paint, interior, vinyl top, everything. But I'll start it up here, pull it out of the driveway so you can take a little bit better look at it. I still have a little bit of carburetor work left to do. There's the original dealer sticker from St. Clair, Michigan. I normally say gotta love the sound of a small block. Well, I normally say gotta love the sound of a big block in the morning, but I'll take the sound of a small block too. Beautiful ascot blue paint. But we'll just do a quick walk around here. Still have a little bit more work left to do to the car. It's dusty at the moment. It's been cold here, so I haven't been able to wash it. But I think this is one of the best cars that General Motors ever designed. And this particular one has the turbine vane wheels and the fender skirts, as well as air conditioning, tilt wheel, AM/FM 8-track, a few other options. So stay tuned for the full review once I get everything fully working here. And I love the 72 because it has this trim plate across the back too. Take a quick look at the interior. I mean, everything in this car is just absolutely brand new. No wear on the steering wheel, no wear on the door panels, no wear on the seats. No wear on the buckles, really. I've been buckled a few times. Especially since this car is the buzzer when you put it in gear. If you're not buckled, then it makes an annoying noise. Pretty sure this was a Dave Hole's vehicle. He was a Buick designer for many years, did the second generation Riviera. But then he moved to Chevrolet and was responsible for the 70.5 Camaro, including the one with the split bumper up front, this Monte Carlo, the Chevelle that everybody loves. Just a great exterior designer. Alright, that's all for now. Full review and detail of my acquisition of the car coming soon. Thanks for watching. As a brief follow-on here, I was able to locate this video, likely taken in the mid-60s in GM Design Library at the Tech Center on the staircase between the first and second levels. And it has a number of senior design executives from General Motors at the time. Most prominently, the individual second from the left in the photo on the bottom portion of the staircase with the bald pate was Bill Mitchell, who was vice president of design at GM from 1959 to 1977. And Mr. Mitchell had succeeded Harley Earl, who was General Motors' first vice president of what was then called styling. And he led it for many years before passing the torch to Bill Mitchell. If you go to the photo and the gentleman who is standing third from right, kind of on that mid-level of staircase, is Dave Holes that I mentioned in this video. Dave was indeed a executive of Buick Design before moving to lead Chevrolet exterior studio and completing some of the vehicles that I discussed earlier. He had a very storied career at General Motors and ended up retiring in the early 90s. To Dave's left, or second from right in the photo, is a gentleman by the name of Irv Ribicki, who ended up succeeding Bill Mitchell as GM's third vice president of design in 1977, and he served until 1986. Irv did a number of vehicles, was in the Oldsmobile studio for some time, and was responsible for the 1959 Oldsmobile exterior, among other cars. And he succeeded Mr. Mitchell in a very contentious way. Mr. Mitchell wanted a different individual to succeed him, made that publicly known at General Motors at the time. But GM's top brass had tired of his abrasive style, sometimes pugnacious nature, and it was thought that his hand-picked successor was really cut in the same cloth that he was. And so a more reserved Mr. Ribicki was chosen instead as GM's next vice president of design, and an individual who famously said when the 86 Taurus and Sable came out that, well, gentlemen, we will rest assured we will not be doing soft cars like this at General Motors. So you consequently have a number of the GM vehicles that came out in the 80s looking the way that they did, although there were a number of great styling achievements from GM in the 80s, maybe not mechanical achievements, but the styling, I think, was quite good on a number of them. And last in the photo, the person at the far right is the name of Jack Humbert, who was Pontiac's chief exterior design director for a number of years and was responsible for penning and seeing through to production quite a few of the mid-60s Pontiacs, 65, 6, 7, among others. Just some beautiful, beautiful cars. So a little bit of GM styling history here that I thought I'd interject in this video, but more to come on that later. Stay tuned for the full review of this vehicle, as well as detail on how I acquired it and how I fixed it up and got it roadworthy again. Please like and subscribe to the video, and appreciate each of you watching. You can subscribe by clicking the circle icon that has a picture of the 67 Riviera, interestingly designed by Dave Holes, the same designer as this Monte Carlo. Once you click it, click the bell, and that will make sure that you get notified of all my future videos. Thanks again for watching.